All right, so state your name and your nationality.
My name is Patricia. I am Polish American.
And you grew up with two parents who immigrated over from Poland, right?
Yes, my parents moved to New York about 30 years ago.
Were they from the same town? Like, did they grow up together?
No, my mom is from the Northeast and my dad is from the South.
And growing up as a child of immigrants, did you feel like you were just every other child growing up in New York, or did you feel like there was something special about your family?
Well, it's not easy to say considering New York is a big melting pot. You have immigrants everywhere. Most people usually speak more than one language. So it wasn't really the fact that I was special. It was just different compared to like everyone else. Like there are different factors. Like other kids spoke Spanish, other people spoke Italian, and I grew up speaking Polish.
Because you've told me that you didn't speak like a word of English until you were, what, 4?
My first language was Polish. I probably knew a few words here and there, but I went to preschool, and that's really where I got most of my English from, like when I started speaking it on a daily basis.
And so being the daughter of Polish immigrants, did your parents still hold on to a lot of Polish traditions when you were growing up?
Yes, all the time, especially when it comes around to the holidays, and even religion. So I'm Roman Catholic, so we go to church for the holidays, and there are a lot of Polish-based traditions around these holidays.
What are some of them? Like some of your favorite ones?
So for Christmas, we have a dinner on Christmas Eve that's called Vigilia, and it's more important than actual Christmas Day. And so we have dinner. It's 12 appetizers. And after you don't start eating the dinner until the first star is seen in the sky, and then after dinner you open up presents, and then you go to church for a midnight mass.
And there have been like some like those stereotypes about how immigrant mothers like especially from Eastern Europe or the Slavic community are very overbearing and like almost kind of like helicopter moms.
Of course.
Did you grow up with that as well?
Yes, if I wanted to go out somewhere, I needed to leave name, phone number, address, and sometimes the social security number.
And has your parents still like continue that even as you've gotten older and moved out of the country?
Yeah, my mom likes to call me twice a day to see what I'm doing.
And do you think that there is something special, like do your family like the fact that you're now living closer to Poland and the fact that you're close to your home and you are able to go there several times a year now?
Wouldn't say my mom is, just because she would rather me being at home than in a different country, but I think my family in Poland kind of appreciates it because instead of seeing them once every like 3 years, I could go and see them at least once a year.
And a lot of times you will bring your friends and along with you to Poland. Like, why do you think it's so important for your friends to see like where you're from?
I think it's because it's a special part of me, and I kind of want to share who I am. And Poland, I'd say it's the country in itself. It's very kind of welcoming, and people are easy to talk to, and it's just always a great time.
And growing up, did you always appreciate the fact that you went to Polish school and appreciate the fact that you were multilingual and multicultural?
Not at first, no. Like, growing up as a kid, because I went to Polish school from like kindergarten till 8th grade. I hated it because I had to give up my Saturdays as a kid, and when everybody else was either playing sports or sleeping in, I had to be up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday to learn Polish grammar, history, and geography.
And if you have kids, is this something that you want to do and like continue the tradition, which your children will speak Polish?
Most definitely, I appreciated it a lot now looking back at it.
And your friends now in London, like, do you like to share with them Polish traditions or just like show them facts about Poland, even though you're not, like, even when you aren't in Poland, like just around London?
I do like to go to a Polish restaurant from time to time, and I'll take my friends sometimes because they enjoy the cuisine.
And growing up Eastern European, well, I guess in Poland, Central European, but with like a Slavic background, people usually talk about the fact that like Polish are like some of the most hardworking people, and that like they will do everything to their like best advantage and just absolutely do their very best at everything. Have you had that work ethic instilled in you as well?
Yeah, it was definitely from my parents.
And growing up with a Roman Catholic family, did you feel like you weren't able to make a lot of your own choices? Like your parents kind of like planned out your life for you, or?
I wouldn't say that's because of a religious thing. I think it's just because it's kind of what my grandparents did to my parents. So it's what they did to me now.
And if you could, like, just to wrap everything up, just kind of just say, like, some like the best parts that you think about being multicultural are, and like why you think that it's so important for people to know where they come from.
Well, personally, I wanted to see kind of like how my parents grew up. So this like it's in a sense as to why I go back to Poland to kind of see what surroundings they were around when they were kind of my age. I think it's a benefit of learning two languages, especially after you learn two. Especially since you're a kid, it's a lot easier to pick up languages. So.
And lastly, like, do you think that people should really try to reconnect with like their like people in America who are like, oh yeah, I'm part Russian, I'm part Polish, I'm part like everything. Like, do you think it's important for them to kind of connect with their past and to try and go and explore that?
Well, I wouldn't consider myself Polish if I didn't speak the language. So I think a big part of it is to try to learn the language.
All right. Thank you very much.